Dario Franchitti stretches the advantage right now. That is Ryan Hunter-Reay up on the high side of Tony Kanaan for 4th position. Here's the white flag. We got one more lap to go at Chicagoland.
Wow, the point swing here with Franchitti in the lead and Power having to fuel.
But it's not over. Here comes Weldon.
Dan Weldon, as we mentioned, finished 2nd in Indianapolis. That's where he's running now. Marco Andretti looks to the high side. They come off of corner number 4. Let's see who wins it. It's going to be Dario Franchitti winning with Dan Weldon 2nd and Marco Andretti 3rd.
Way to go, my man.
Great job there. Great job. Simon said, whoever told them to don't take tires was yours, boys.
Well, Dario needed the victory to come closer to the championship, and he also needed Will Power to lose points, and that is exactly what happened here tonight. At one point, we thought Will Power is going to wrap up the championship, maybe at Kentucky, but that will not be the case. The championship tightens here at Chicagoland. Lindy?
All right, Chip, that gamble paid off, huh?
I'll tell you, that was our only shot, really. I mean, you know, we got back in traffic there. We were in trouble. We in clean air, we liked it. So, I mean, he did the job. I mean, we put him up front. He did the rest. Dario did it.
Yeah, even coming into this, he said the car felt great.
Yeah, I mean, he said the car was great all night. He just didn't feel like he had any power to get by anybody, you know, and we stuck him out front there. He did the rest.
Championship in your sights?
Always.
See ya. We'll let him go celebrate.
Dario Franchitti wins by 42 one-thousandths of a second over Dan Weldon. Another incredible finish here at Chicagoland, and the top 10 cars finished within a second. Graham Rahal wound up 10th, 9/10 of a second behind Dario Franchitti, and there it is at the line. Just a little less than a car length advantage for Franchitti. And a little bit closer shot. Yep, just a little less than a car length. And a good showing by Andretti Autosport tonight. Andretti finished 3rd, Ryan Hunter-Reay 4th, Kanaan 5th, and Danica Patrick finished in 14th position. But the victory goes to Dario Franchitti, who came in with a different colored car combination, but it worked for him.
Hey, Bob, like we caught up with Clive Howell, who caused the shots for Will Power, and finished in the 16th spot. What happened on the next to last pit stop that left you in a fuel situation?
We had an issue with the equipment, and we didn't get enough fuel in the car, so you know, we were trying to decide whether we should come right back in on that yellow and put it in, but we didn't know whether we'd actually got it in or not, so we had to stop for about 2 gallons of fuel right at the end there. Shame for Will, because he drove a great race tonight.
Yeah, he did. So, you know, guys, Will Power just hopped out of the car and made a beeline down pit road, so we're going to try and catch up with him.
Yeah, he was walking pretty briskly away from his pit box. As Dario comes in, it was the 17th closest finish in IZOD IndyCar Series history, and only the 6th closest ever at Chicagoland.
Well, great testament to the product that Firestone keeps building for these guys and these cars around here to double stint that like they did. He's just taking it in, isn't he? He's just taking it in. I don't blame him.
Great radio call saying, whoever thought of not taking tires, this one's for you. That was a great strategy call.
Yeah, if you were Dario Franchitti, wouldn't you be taking it in right now? I mean, he is giggling like a little schoolgirl. Let me tell you, Dario Franchitti wins the Indianapolis 500, only 23 points, Dario, behind Will Power. Now, how about it for the number 10, Dario Franchitti? Breathe right. Buddy, you're living right today. You said you would be happy with a victory, but are you even happier now after you saw what happened in the points battle?
I'm delighted right now. I mean, we struggled all night with the breathe right car in traffic there.
but whoever made the call on the timing stand, I don't know if it was Chip, Barry, Chris, who, that was the call that won us the race tonight. I got to thank the boys for making that call, and also Dan Weldon. Dan, it's like a drafting, you know, restrictor plate race out there tonight, and Dan was my drafting partner and helped me right up to the end. So between him and my teammate Scott pushing me throughout the race.
There's Chip.
About that! Amazing.
Yeah, Chip wraps up the Grand Am Series as well with Mabel and Scott. So another double for Chip Ganassi and Chip Ganassi Racing. So it's been a good, Chip. Get on in here. I mean, did you ever dream that this could happen again? Much like last year with Briscoe and Motegi, such a big swap here in one race.
I mean, you know, this guy did it all. He's the guy driving the car. We just put it out there for him. He's the guy driving
They pulled my ass out of the fire again tonight. That's why I love driving for this team. You just never give up.
A question, did y'all learn anything from Sarah? I mean, you saw how hard it was for guys to get by on that low side. Did you go to school?
I think these guys did. I was just getting frustrated out there, getting further and further back. But again, a great call by the team tonight, and we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
You don't have much time to think about it. You head to Kentucky, another 1.5. You've been strong. What's the positive feeling now that you head towards next week?
Yeah, we just got to keep going, man. But again, it just shows don't give up, right? I mean, we were back in 10th place at one point there, struggling with the car, and we did. We left the Firestones on there, and they were good for a stint and a half. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Firestones were strong. 62 laps he put on, though. Congratulations, Dario Franchitti, another win here in Chicagoland.
Robbie, you remember the thrill of victory in the agony of defeat. Will Power has been very gracious on the walk back to his motorhome. What do you say about that way things unfolded in the last couple of laps, Will?
Yeah, mate, I mean, that's racing, you know. These things happen. Unfortunately, we didn't get all the fuel in, but, man, I mean, I had so much fun out there. It was, I never thought I could race overs like that. But, you know, man, that's going to make it tough in the championship. You know, we got to eliminate little mistakes like that. And, man, I'm still in it. We still just got to keep pushing hard and not make mistakes.
I was going to ask, not to sound like Pollyanna, but one thing that you did maybe silence are the critics that said you can't get the job done on an oval tonight.
Yeah, I was looking good there before that last stop, man. I'm like, it's almost I'm leaning at the end, like they can't get by me. But, yeah, that's racing. You got to, as much as it can be frustrating and you know, you can get angry, you just got to, you know, you take it. Take it. You got to take it.
Hey, thanks for stopping and chatting with us.
No problem.
All right, Will. Guys.
Has to be a major disappointment, but we've got 3 more races to go. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's salute the winning pit performers of the evening. The Firestone pit performers are the Dario Franchitti crew. Total time in the pits, 1 minute, 49.4 seconds. Back in a moment.
Welcome back to Chicagoland Speedway. I am with number 2 and number 3. Let's start with Marco, who finished 3rd. First of all, what were your team's thoughts on whether or not you were going to take tires on that last stop?
Well, I mean, you know, that we were contemplating it, and just turns out we made the wrong choice. You know, but we kind of got shuffled back a few times during the race, so to be at the front, I mean, we got to be a little bit happy.
What was it like up there running with the Penske and Ganassi boys, just being so close out there?
Well, when everybody's flat out and you're running, you know, it's hard to pass them high if they're flat on the bottom, you know, especially at Penske or Ganassi. But, you know, the Venom car ran well all day.
Your third place on ovals this season. You glad to be back?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a trying past couple of weeks on the road courses, so hopefully we can just, you know, gain some momentum and finish on a real high note.
Marco, thank you. And Dan Weldon, let's talk about pit stops with you, because the first one, not so great. You get to the back, and then the next 2, though, really make up for it.
Yeah, that's what's fantastic about the National Guard Panther Racing guys. You know, it's that never give up attitude that I think we've learned from a lot of the soldiers in the U.S. and overseas, and obviously proud to represent them, and hopefully I think they can see that, you know, I never give up either, or does the team. And, you know, it's a fantastic result. I'm sure I'm going to be in trouble with, you know, Team Penske for perhaps working with Dario, but, you know, I got to say, working with Dario out there, he's a true professional, and, you know, always gave me room, and not a lot, but enough. And, you know, to have a result like that, I think is fantastic. And I think, as everybody could see, Honda continued to do a great job providing competitive engines, and the Firestone tires were good, you know, to the point where we contemplated nearly doing 60 laps on a set. But we did change, and you know, I'm just happy for all the guys. They do work very, very hard, and they deserve a good result.
For those of us who don't know, what's it like to run 4 abreast at 219?
It's exciting. It's fun. It's you know, it's the way racing should be. I got to say, I've really enjoyed